Hope you can see my presentation now. Yeah?
Yeah, good to go, Meena.
Okay. So the main aim of this workshop is to introduce phonics to the parents and make them understand the basics of phonics and how parents can introduce phonics to the kids, and also the main important thing is to know the benefits of phonics. So let's go through this. First, what is a phonics? So it is a relation between the letter and the sound it makes. So the phonics helps the children hear, identify and use different sound that distinguish one word from the other. Actually, it is the way of teaching children how to read and write using alphabets. So next, what is a letter? So before getting in detail about phonics, we have to first understand what is a letter. So if I ask you the question, what is a letter? You will have different answers. Each one will have your own answers. So some may say the letter is a representation. Some may say letter is a symbol. Some may say letter is a sound. But actually, the letter is a picture, a letter has a sound, and the letter has a name. So all you have, all the answers what you are thinking is right actually. So the letter is a picture, the letter is a sound, and the letter has a name. So for example, the name of the letter is yes. And if you consider another example, the name of the letter a is a. Generally we pronounce a as a. So that a is the sound of the letter and a is the name of the letter. But in phonics, what is a letter? It differs. The letter is a picture, a letter is a sound, but the letter has no name in phonics. We mention the letter with the sound only. So we have to consider the letter as a representation. Okay, so but the letter is not a name. It is the symbolic representation of the sound in phonics. So from this slide, hope you all got some idea about the letter. So now let's move on to the next important topic. So before getting into that topic, often parents frequently ask me few questions like why phonics and how phonics help children. So this is the answer for that. So rest of all the details regarding that we'll see in the rest of the session. So how phonics helps the children? Here is the answer. It helps the children to correlate phoneme and grapheme. So what is those new names, that is phoneme and grapheme, something really new to us, right? So phoneme is nothing but the sound of the letter and grapheme is nothing but the symbol used to represent the letter. So these are called as the phoneme and grapheme. So now let's move on further to know how about phonics. So there are two types of phonics. First one, so let's see the difference between the synthetic phonics and analytic phonics. So synthetic phonics emphasis on each and every sound in the word, while analytic phonics emphasis on first sound in the word. Synthetic phonics helps the children in fast learning, but analytic phonics is a slow process of learning. If the children can read a word, then can spell the word. This happens in synthetic phonics, but spelling has to be taught separately in analytic phonics. So now hope you got an idea which type of phonics we followed in most of our school days, and to which type of phonics the children now getting introduced. So synthetic phone introduced nowadays to the children, and analytic phonics is what we followed in most of our earlier school days. So hope you got an idea. So now the sounds. There are many approaches of teaching phonics to the children. Here we follow Jolly Phonics, as it comprises of many innovative fun-filled activities. So in Jolly Phonics, the sounds can be classified as yes. Yeah, ma'am,
I'm sorry to disturb you in the middle. May I request you to share the screen with which you are sharing your PowerPoint, because some of the parents. PPT. Thank you.
Yeah, you're not able to see my PPT?
Maybe you can.
The sounds can be classified into two types. First one, alphabet. The second one is digraph. So what is this alphabet and what is this digraph? So alphabet is nothing but one sound which is represented by one letter. But digraph is one sound which is represented by two letters together. So how many sounds are there in Jolly Phonics? There are, in alphabet there are sounds, and in digraph there are 17 sounds. Altogether there are 42 sounds in Jolly Phonics. So all these 42 sounds are grouped together into 7 different groups. So group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6 and group 7. So now comes a very much interesting part of this workshop actually. So the 5 skills in Jolly Phonics are learning the letter sounds, learning letter formation, blending, identifying the sound, the words, also called as segmenting, and tricky words. So we'll see one by one, learning the letter sounds. So there are few steps to be followed to teach a letter or introduce a sound to the child. Okay, so these are the steps. The first one, sound. Second one is action. Third one, flashcard. Fourth one is song. Fifth one is story. And sixth one, it is the formation. Usually the song and the rhymes are related so that the kids can visualize the picture. Okay, so it will be easier and they will enjoy doing all these activities. So let us see all these steps for the letters in different groups. So now I'm going to demonstrate with few examples how can we introduce sounds to the children. So first comes the group 1, in which I'm going to take the first sound. So the first sound. So as I said, the step 1 is action. So here comes the action. So the action for the sound, the first step is sound and the second step is action. So how should we do this action? You have to wave your hand in the air in the form of yes. In the form of. So again, we can do it again. You have to wave your hand in the air in the form of. Okay, so just like a snake. So kids will enjoy doing this action actually. The main aim of introducing action is the children can easily understand and they can easily remember all these sounds with their actions. So here comes the next step, that is the flashcard. So here I have prepared my own flashcard for workshop purpose. So what is a flashcard? The flashcard generally has the object whose name starts with the letter which is under the study. So here the letter is under study. So here I have the flashcard of. So there are 2 objects. Here there are 2 objects. First one, snake, sun. Here the first letter of these 2 objects are. So we have to say as snake, sun. So shall we repeat that? Snake, sun. Also, apart from the objects in this flashcard, we can introduce other words also, like star, snail, and we can show them whatever is possible, like salt, likewise. Okay, so this is called as a flashcard. So next step, it is a song. So for each and every sound, there is a song. So let's play the song. Okay. Okay. So what should we do in this song? Actually, we are supposed to do this song with the action. So action we should not do throughout the song. Only when that sound comes, we have to do that action. So as I said earlier, the action for the sound is we have to wave your hand in the air in the form of. So similarly, in this song, we have to wave our hand in the air in the form of when only that sound comes. So let's play again with the action. I hope kids have enjoyed a lot. So for more enjoyment, I request all the parents to put in mute mode, and you can sing along. You can sing along. You can make the kids to sing along with the action. Let's shall we do it again once more? Yes.
Okay, miss.
So nice, right? Kids are enjoying. They started enjoying. So that's what I told. This is a very interesting part. So next comes another interesting part. Story time. See? That's the story in this flashcard. Story. Do you know the story? Can you please mute? Yes, thank you. So I'm going to tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Sunil, and he had a dog named Sandy. Sunil and Sandy went for a walk. So Sunil had a stick with him. So Sandy always wanted to play fetch. So Sunil threw the stake and Sandy went looking for the stake. After sniffing in the grass for a while, he started barking. He started barking. Sunil was told, why Sandy is barking? Parent, can you please Shakti ma'am, can you please take care? Okay, thank you. Sunil was wondering why Sandy started to bark. Because there was a snake in the grass. Snake, it's a very big snake. It's a very big spotty snake. So the snake started hissing like. It was a big spotty snake. So Sunil grabbed his dog, Sandy, and he went away. Snake slowly slithered away. So how was the story time, kids? It was very nice, right? Okay, now comes the very interesting part in the story actually. So let's see some of the words which starts with the letter S. It's something a different activity, and the kids will enjoy this activity. So let's see some objects or see some word starts with letter. First, I can see sun. Next, of course, Sunil. The boy's name is Sunil. The dog's name is Sandy. Sunil is having stick.
Meena ma'am, just hold on. Meena ma'am, hold on. I think some other parent is presenting.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt. There's somebody else presenting the screen, ma'am, and we are not able to see you doing the actions also. Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Please take care.
Parents, can you please?
Yeah, I understand it is done by mistake, ma. We have instructed the parent already. We are working.
Yeah, is it okay now, Dharani?
Okay. It's me now.
Meena
Yeah, can
ma'am,
you see the picture now?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, once again. Sorry.
The name with the Selva Kumar. Can you please? எனக்கு தெரியல காணோம் I want. தெரியல காணோம். You can continue.
Yeah, whether my screen is visible, ma?
Meena, no, Meena, not now.
Meena ma'am, can you stop presenting and then present it again?
Yeah, when your actions, ma'am, we can't see you. We can't see you doing the actions.
Parents, can you please?
Just 2 minutes. Let Meena again present.
Okay.
I think it is the child who's making that. I think the presentation is coming from another screen, Meena ma'am.
Okay, wait. I'll do something from my side. See whether it is working.
Sorry, parents. You know, this technical hazard is still there with us.
Problems.
Yeah, we just hold on.
Can you see now?
Yeah, now you're getting on, my Meena.
Okay. Okay, just few seconds. Yes,
Yeah,
Dharani?
good to go, Meena. Good to go, Meena. Good to go.
Good morning. இந்த கவி வந்துட்டான் பாருங்க.
Few kids are there with their parents and they are making all these things, I think so, right?
Parents, it's a kind request. Please, I understand the kids are really enthusiastic. You know, please mute the mic, otherwise it is really difficult. Please understand. I hope you cooperate with us. Shakti ma'am?
Yes, Dharani, can you see now?
I know she is, yeah. I know you are continuously muting. Please, thank you. Parents, please understand. Please mute. Kindly mute. Sorry for naming and and with the it's not just heard talking. Whatever is happening at the background is also heard. Sorry, we have a time limit to work on. Can I expect you to please mute? Shakti ma'am?
Yes, Dharani ma'am.
Please mute them, ma.
Hope you have seen that story, right? So how was the story?
Very good morning, my dear. Just please mute no Kanna for some time, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the understanding. Parents, please stay nearby. Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Meena.
Dharani ma'am, I think there are still two kids.
I think so. So let's move on to the next interesting part. Let's pick up some words which starts with the letter. So I can see sun, candy, stick, and now it's a big spotty snake. Snake and snake. What is it? It's a spider. Spider. And there is a small snail. See? Snail. And here are some sand. Yeah, sand. And what is this? A small bird nest. Nest. Here in the word nest, the sound comes in between, not in the beginning. It comes in between. You can introduce this also to the children. Okay? So hope you enjoyed the story session of the sound. Next. Yes. Okay. So let's take another example. I'm going to take a very interesting sound. It's going to be
காடு இப்ப என்ன கால் போகுது
Okay, so what sound is this? Hope you can hear me. So exactly what action should we do? You have to hold your hand in front of your mouth. You have to hold up your index finger in front of your mouth and pretend as if it is lit candle and imagine puffing it out, saying, so say it again with the action. So, and here I need to say something very important. We have to pronounce this exactly as, not as P or not as Pa or not as Poo. It is just, okay, hope you got a clear idea about this sound. So let's move on to the next one, that is the flashcard. So what is there in this flashcard? A pencil and a pig. So how should you pronounce this? Pencil. Pig. Pencil. Pig. So now shall we stop? So as I said before playing this song, I should remind you that, an instruction that you have to do the action only that puff sound comes. Okay, only that puff sound counts. Let's do it. I think kids are enjoying a lot, right? So shall we do it again? With the action? Yes, very good. Okay, shall we move on next? Now what is this? It's the story time. So it seems to be like a party, right? It seems to be like a party time. So what is there in that party? What party is that? There is a big cake and there are some candles and many kids are there. So it should be a birthday party. Whose birthday party is this? Peter's birthday party. Okay, shall we sing the song? Or I'll tell you the story and we'll sing the song later. Whose birthday party it is? It's Peter's birthday party. His friends Pavan, Pavit and Pooja came to the party. Pavan, Pavit, Pooja. They were all playing games. Peter's mother then gave a birthday cake, which was a big pink color pig-shaped cake. Peter is 5 years old, so this is his 5th birthday party. So there are 5 candles on the pink pig cake. Every time Peter blew out the candles, but they lit again. They tried to puff out the candles, but kept relighting the candles, kept relighting. Everyone laughed and clapped and tried to puff out the candles on the pink pig cake again and again. What did they do? So later, Peter's mother gave him his birthday present. He unwrapped the paper. What is there in that present? It's a polar bear, Peter's favorite toy. Polar bear. The children ate the party food. Can you see some party food? The pineapple, popcorn, pizza, pudding, and many things. Okay, I can see a puppy also, right? Okay. So this is the story of Peter's birthday party. So now it's activity time. So can you sing some words or the objects which starts with the letter P? So the names: Peter, Pavan, Pavit, Pooja. All these names starts with P. Now, what is the color of the cake? It's pink. And what is the shape of this cake? It is stick-shaped. Okay. Yes. And what is this? It's a present gave by Peter's mother. And what is there in that present? It's a polar bear. Polar bear. So, what is this? It's Peter's puppy. Peter's puppy. Puppy. Hey, what is this? Wow, my favorite. It's pancake. Pancake. Pineapple. What is this? See, you would like this to eat, right? Popcorn. It's tempting me, you know. Popcorn. And what is this? Pudding. So, what color balloon is this? Purple balloon. Okay. So, this is how Peter's birthday party were enjoyed by the kids. Right? Yes. This is how we have, the parents have to conduct a story session for each and every letter to the children. So that you can introduce many letters, many sounds to the children. So, next I'm directly going to diagraph. So, diagraph. What is a diagraph? As I told you earlier, a single letter, a single sound which is represented by a single letter is called alphabet, and a single sound which is represented by two letters are called as diagram. So here I'll take one example. So this is the example. A. What sound is this? A. Okay. So what sound is this? We call it as A. 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 Okay. So it is a digraph. So let's say once again, what is a digraph? As I said earlier, it is a two letters together gives one single sound. A, E, together A. Okay. So the action for A is put your hand behind your ear and you have to pretend as if it is hard to hear and say A. A. And you have to say A. Shall we do it again? Put your hand behind your ear, present it and say, pretend as if it is hard to hear and say A. Right? So now it's flashcard time. So there are two objects, rain, snail. Rain, snail. Okay. So apart from flashcard, you can add a few more words also. That is tail, nail, tail, and so on. My ear hurts, my nose in pain. Nose in pain. What did you try to say? Okay. Yes. Now comes the story time. So here is Egan. Egan is having some ear problem and he comes to the doctor and the doctor is checking and he is pretending to say A. The doctor is asking him, what is your problem? What happened to you? But he is not able to hear. So he is telling A. So the doctor and said that he is having a lot of wax in his ear. Okay, so he was saying still A. So can you say some words with A sound in between? There is a rain here, snail, brain, and pain, train, sailing boat, and many things, right? Yes. So this is how we have to take the story session also. So hope you got an idea about the digraph also, right? So due to the time constraint, we are moving on next. So these are all the digraphs and alphabet sounds. Similarly, you can follow all these steps to introduce sounds to the children. it will be easier and they can easily understand how to work with the sounds and how to correlate the sounds with the letter and how to read the words using all these expressions and do things. So, after introducing all these letters, we'll do the sound identification activities. Here is Lingesh, who has completed pre-KG in our school last year. He was doing an word identification, letter identification. You can see them. He is doing separate activities for each and every sound, separate actions for each and every sound. Yes. So all his actions, he has done a very good job actually, and this is one of our activities for sound identification. By doing all these things, kids can easily understand and they can remember each and every sound. So next activity is the matching letters with their sounds.
Matching.
This is done by Ilan, who has completed LKG last year from our school.
போடு phonic sound சொல்லு ஏக்கு என்ன phonic sound
See how beautifully he is doing these actions. I mean the sounds.
இது phonic sound என்ன போதும் இதுக்கு phonic sound பாரு very good அடுத்தது
He is relating phoneme with the grapheme, that is the sound with the letter.
very good
And one more sound identification activities. Actually, we do different activities, but only few can be presented. Why we are presenting all these activities is you can try such different types of activities with your child so that they can do and they can understand the phonics.
action பண்ணுங்க
Again, Ilan.
action
He is trying to identify the letters in the newspaper.
g action பண்ணுங்க action
In the newspaper, there will be many letters, but the child is able to identify that particular letter correctly.
action action Action, action. எப்படி பண்ணிக்காமே action. Action, இளன். Action. Action பண்ணுங்க அதுக்கு. Bக்கு phonic sound என்ன? Bக்கு phonic என்னது? Tக்கு phonic sound. என்ன சேர்த்து சொல்லு. Very good.
So here he followed synthetic phonics actually by pronouncing the sounds. For example, jam. So it is easy for him to pronounce and it is easy for him to read the word and it is easy for him to remember. Instead of jam, he is telling So this is what we are practicing the children and this is how the phonics has to be taught to the children. So far we have completed learning the letter sounds. So we have seen 6 different steps to be followed to introduce sounds to the children. And how many groups are there? There are 7 groups with sounds, that is diaphragm and diaphragm and alphabets in all those groups. And we saw few examples. Next comes the formation. So how letter formation can be done? So before making the child directly writing using the pencil or crayons, we have to do certain steps. So if you do all these steps, the child will automatically get interested in writing. So they will do some activities, they will use with those activities and they will get fluent with the sounds actually. So with and activity, Play-Doh, color buttons, cotton balls, coloring kit like paint, crayons, chalk, and using pencils. So how these activities can be done? So you can use maida or wheat dough at your home instead of using Play-Doh. For attractive purpose, you can use fruit coloring along with them, and you can make the child to do all these words, letters, and they can play. It's like a playway method. Similarly, they can use colorful buttons and they can do it on the letter. They can make it on the letter like tracing. Okay, but these few activities has to be done under parents' invigilation. Okay, so next using cotton balls. Same way like using color buttons, but instead of color buttons, they can use cotton balls. Then finally, they can be introduced with using crayons. So it will be so colorful and convenient them for to use. So soon after using crayons, then finally they can use the pencils. So the tripod holding of the pencil will be very, very easier for them. And it improves their motor skills actually, their grip actually. So this is how you can introduce your child to phonics. That is first one, formation, phonics formation actually. So first one, it is a wet sand tracing. So here a child is doing the wet sand tracing. Before directly introducing to pencil activity, you can use the wet sand activity, then using paint with the pointer finger. You can ask the child to dip their pointer finger in the paint and make them to trace over that letter. Then finally, writing it on the board. So it can be of any color, white color, any color, whatever they prefer. Okay, so these are some of the activities which you can introduce, and few many innovative activities can also be introduced to the children for letter formation. Next comes blending. So what is a blending? We are saying blending, and what is blending? Blending is the process of saying individual sounds in a word, then running them together to make a word. So there are, see here, at, sad. It is not SAT, it is at, sad. So this is called as word blending. So let's see an example. So here is Rayanika. Rayanika has completed LKG from our school. Why we are showing this video is instead of I'm explaining you all these details about blending. If the child give you the clear picture, it will be more useful for you. How you can train your child in blending the words.
I'm blending. Ka, ka, ba, ta, ba, ja, ja, the sad, the dog.
So very nicely she has done. That's what I'm showing all these videos, because she's giving you a best example how to blend the words and what are the uses of using this blending technique. So next step, it's identifying the sounds in words, that is segmenting. So what is actually segmentation? The easiest way to know how to spell a word is to listen for the sound in that word. So instead we used to say k-ap, k-ap. So here k is a sound, a is a sound, and p is a sound. So here it is segmented into three parts. So k-ap, cap, hen, og, frog, lamb. This is how you have to do segmentation. So one more activity by our child Ashmita, who has completed UKG from our school.
Hi everybody, my name is Ashmita. I just completed UKG in Playworks International School. Today I am going to read a story. Run, 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 run. I like to run, run. In the sun. Run, run, run. I like to run in the sun. Bun, bun, bun. You run with your bun. Fun, fun, fun. Just fun to run. Run, run. Thank you, everybody.
She has beautifully done this. Actually, she is she was reading a small story. She's able to blend the words. So first two sentences she is doing the blending work, and similarly she does for all the other words in the rhymes, and she is able to read the entire rhymes. So next comes Sai Kritik. He is doing the segmentation activity without arm blending. colleague has done a beautiful job. So the final step is tricky words. Tricky words. What is this tricky word actually? They are also called as common expectation words, keywords, and their spellings do not show the grapheme and phoneme correspondence. So what we have seen till now is there will be some link between the phoneme and grapheme. That is how we have to correlate the letters with the sound. But tricky words is completely different. They have no relation between grapheme and their phoneme. So a few examples are, if you take a two-letter tricky word, one example is he. Why are we saying this as tricky word? Actually, if we take them in a phonics pattern, then we should pronounce it as hey, but we are not pronouncing it as hey. We are pronouncing it as he. Similarly, for three-letter tricky word, this is a, but we used to pronounce it as she. We are not pronouncing it as she, but we are pronouncing it as she. So this is called as another tricky word. Similarly, d. What is this e? It comes silence, right? So all these are tricky words. These tricky words will be introduced for the next level kids actually. So we'll move on to the next one. So finally, we have to see, we have seen all these steps and all these tricks, what the phonics is doing, and how should we follow these phonics, and how to introduce these phonics to the children. So why should we introduce phonics to the children, and what is the phonics effect on the children? That instead of I'm giving the input, if a child gives the input, that will be a good thing actually. Here is Jasper, who has completed UKG from our school, and he is trying to read. He is reading actually the sentence. And one more video. There are two videos actually. Sorry. So Jasper beautifully read all these sentences. So finally, Wilvan. Sorry.
Can see the red car.
He is able to read all these sentences. actually. See, if you see all these videos which our children did, they might have followed segmentation, they might have followed actions, they might have followed a different set of different way of pronouncing, a different way of learning, and a different way of giving out the sounds. But final outcome will be they'll be able to read the sentence. They'll be able to read the sentence, and it'll be that is what we are introducing phonics to the children. So thank you, parents, for being so patiently participating in this workshop. So thank you. So if you have any questions, parents can give up.
Is there any questions from you parents? Okay.
No, ma'am, no.
Meena?
Yes, Dharni.
I don't see any questions here. Mamaha? Do you have anything to add here, Ma?
This is Maha from Playworks team, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who took part in this workshop and get the maximum out of it. And I would like to thank even Meena for this beautiful presentation with all the videos by our kids, right? So one point that I would like to add, phonics is nothing new to us, right? If you check, if you go back to 30 years back, if you ask any person who is a B.Ed graduate on English, right? For that matter, my mom is an English B.Ed graduate, and phonics is part of their paper, right? I would like to thank a lot that the phonics has been made available to our early childhood system, right? And children can make a maximum benefit out of that. And Meena's presentation spoke about that very fully and had a maximum information about that. So thanks to you, Meena, and thanks to all the parents and all the kids who spend their time, right, to know more about phonics. And definitely it's a long way to go for the kids who learn their English way of speaking in phonics, right? Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Maha. To parents, okay, let me add two, three points here also. Point number one is, why such a session now? Especially, to whomever the parents who asked, said, we didn't give an education, though we are, limiting our services only to EKG. Some of the elder parents, whomever they asked, we said, no, please participate. You will understand what this one is. Okay. So, it is high time for us to relook the way we teach our kids, especially in early ages. Not much of awareness in terms of parents when it comes to early education, but we have a strong saying in Tamil that says, "Aindil valayadadu, aimbadil valayadu." So the learning age, the language abilities, when the language abilities are really built with the children is on the early ages of their life. So, you could see some of the children will be able to say, I have seen people with other mother tongue when they're with us, they speak Tamil, they speak their mother tongue, they speak English, they speak Hindi. How a 2.5-year-old child, when it comes to us, is able to, talk so many languages because their language skill is like that. So at Team Playworks, we concentrate on this, and we do the real new gen education where we make the child read than to first write. Okay, writing will also be a part of it, but then reading is made a major part of it. Our hard work in this pandemic time. Okay, what we have delivered is what is shown here in Meena's presentation. Okay, so we urge parents to please teach the children. It's very simple. If you want me to put it very simple, it is what is phonics. If you ask me, I will tell you very simply. எழுத்து கூட்டி படிக்கிறது, right? படிப்பது, படிப்பது. Okay. In Tamil, we don't have a different, letter sound and phonics present. And as she said, reading and writing doesn't have two different, side. But in English, we do have it. And, that being the major, part of your education system, we thought we need to create an awareness with kids. Okay. So every parent, what are all the few steps as a parent, what are all the few steps you can make them to read? First, you start reading. Simple. Kids do not follow what we talk, what we teach. They follow what we do. So, make it a habit, be it in every language, any language that you decide to do, make it a practice that you read them at least one page every day. Okay? Tell them lots of stories. Stories will make them, will give them lots of, vocabulary. Their vocabulary will be built. Okay, so when we do these kind of things systematically, okay, kids will be able to face the world in a much better confidence. Okay, as we always say in Playworks, we don't prepare them for grade 1 or we don't prepare them for LKG. We prepare them to face life. That's what we always say. So that is what this session has done. And Meena?
Yes, Dharani?
Yeah, the last word from you, Ma, before we wind up. Thank you so much,
Yes,
parents, once again.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
please.
Veena ma'am, for the special session. Divya here.
Oh, thank you, Divya. Thank you, Divya.
Few words to the parents. Actually, I would like to thank parents for participating in this workshop, especially in this session. Though there were many signal problem, internet problem, they were able to manage to participate in this session. And yeah, I have to mention especially, and a few other technical issues. So even in between that, you people spent a lot of time and spent a lot of effort to be with us till the end. And I hope you got a few ideas how to teach phonics to the children and importance to the children. I mean, you would have known the importance of phonics so that you can deliver it to the children. Okay, so that is what I just wanted to say to the parents, ma. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think that calls for the end of the session. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, Shakti ma'am.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, please.
I have parents. Azhar, yeah.
Asa Fatima. Yeah, please,
Yeah,
Ma.
hi. Yeah, hi. I'm very new to this phonics thing, and my daughter is 2.5 years old.
Okay.
So I have started introducing to flashcards and drawing, those kind of activities to improve her motor skills. Now, I would say my experience, one thing is the difference between, you told me about synthetic phonics and analytical phonics. So my generation, I am like 30 years, so my generation had gone through analytical phonics. Okay, I have studied from convent school. Okay, until UKG, I think first standard, I was able to do my ABCD. Till then, it was only drawing and coloring. It was all pictures, okay. But I learned slowly only. So if I say like only in my UKG, so the first standard, I was able to read ABCD. But now that I see that kids are able to read, even in the UKG, they are able to read a sentence. That is a huge improvement. But I also feel that it is quite very fast. The learning mode is very fast. Doesn't that give any pressure on the kid?
No, it's not like giving pressure, ma. Actually, the kids are enjoying doing that. That is what, we are not directly introducing sounds to them, right? It's going to be a step-by-step process. As I told you, we are not going to directly make them to write those letters. Okay, so first before introducing the letter to that, to the child, how to write, we will make them to understand what is the sound of that letter. So if they understand what is the sound of that letter, they will do some activities. So first they will know the sound of the letters, then they will do some activities, as I told you, clay, that is dough playing, dough making, and painting, and buttons, and especially that sand tracing. It works a lot actually. We saw many kids, it works a lot. If we are going to introduce that wet sand tracing, it works a lot on the children because it's a sensory activity, one of the sensory activities which is working a lot, right? So if for example, if they are tracing the letter on the wet sand, means they will be able to identify, where they are going, right? So the pattern, so they will understand the pattern, they will observe the pattern, then they will finally try to reproduce. Soon after the wet sand tracing, they will go for coloring. Again, we will do some activities related. Only after 3 or 4 or 5 steps, we will then introduce crayons. Okay, so we are not going to directly introduce the pencil. So because of all these step-by-step process in which we are including the sounds and song also. So the kids are actually enjoying the phonic session, and they are actually enjoying in doing that letters. So I may say that,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Maybe I should rephrase my question.
Okay.
Introducing the letters with all these activities, isn't it quite earlier? So when I'm saying, like, how about teaching rhymes or colors and animals, picture-wise? That is
Meena, wait. I think I will take this question, Meena. Okay, Azhar, I completely go with you. You said you are 30 years, okay? I'm 40 years, okay? I learned my ABC. I'm from village, okay? I learned my ABCD in my 3rd standard, okay? So that's how it is, okay? While you say that, you know, the learning is becoming very fast nowadays, yes, I completely go with you. You know, the education system is like that nowadays. Okay, I'm very happy that at least one parent is coming forward and saying that, okay, children are seeing overburdened. For in my experience for the past, you know, at least you know, on these years, so many years, we touch every year we touch at least 100 children's lives. Okay, there are parents who asked me, why is nothing happening? In the homework kudukliya. This is how I heard. When I hear a parent saying, like, you know, this is not happening, I'm really happy for you. But let me tell you where we makes the difference. Okay, the reason is, you know, the reason why Playworks is doing such a workshop is that this is made with a complete difference. Okay, no child will be given any pressure. Okay, see exactly how this sessions happens on a classroom, even on our sessions, you know, this online sessions which we had last year. We'll first do a teaser. Okay, the teacher will have a snake kind of stuff done, kept in the class. Okay, so you know, the child will go see, the child will come and ask, Auntie, what is this? What is that? And the teacher will say, yeah, there is a snake. There is a snake. You know, that there will be a small difference in what she says. Then the next day we will give them a small, rhymes. Okay, if you really see how this is taught, will be a story, there will be a song, there will be an action, there will be activities. Activities always comes at the end. First will be the song, the action. Okay, suppose if I'm going to sing, you know, for example, snake is in the lard. Okay, snake is in the grass is what we sing. The teacher will literally have a snake in the grass, and she will have this in the grass, and she will say, snake is in the grass, the snake is in the grass. She'll put it down, then she will say, the snake is in the grass. So the child gets the sound only through a song. Okay, the next day, even though, you know, this being a presentation, she has shown it with, you know, spotty snakes, she has used names. But in classrooms, normally that happens is that we will bring children with the name. Yes, for example, if there is going to be a S class, you know, I have a teacher here, Shivaranjani, who's another teacher of us. You know, Shivaranjani will actually enter into the class. Then everybody will say, Siva auntie has come. So every child's name, if you really look at it, at the second term and whatever the name we pronounce, we'll start with the, you know, sound of the alphabet. Then we'll say Sakti auntie, Mamammaha auntie, Mamammina auntie. This is how it is always said. My name will never be pronounced because I am Dharini. It is a different sound. Okay, so I'm always Dharini auntie. Okay, so without the pressure, how we teach is this session all about. Okay, in my experience, I'm telling you, no child has felt any pressure in learning like this. Okay, And the child whom we have seen who's reading and all is with us from pre-KG. So he's done pre-KG with us, LKG with us, UKG now. So on year 3, the child is able to read. So there is a slow learning right from year 1. That is how we take it up, ma. I think I summarized your question, right? And thanks for the concern. I'm really happy that, at least one parent who tells me that there is a burden on the child. I'm happy about it, Azza. I completely second you on that thought.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, that was a wonderful session. Thank you all. Thank you, teachers.
Thank you, ma. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Anyone else, ma?